this podcast would be like so biased to me because you are we share most of the personalities. Like people call you a stone, and people call me also stone, but in a modern term, robotic. Like
Okay,
you don't
okay.
show any emotions. What's emotion? Like I'm emotional person. I used to talk to my closest of the closest people. They tell me, bro, you don't have a heart. Why? You don't expose. Like, of course I expose. I do everything. If someone fall, I clearly tell. I was so confused. One day I was so frustrated. How do you say I'm not emotional? I'm doing everything you needed. I thought, yeah, bro, you do everything. Okay, consider if I fall down. Yes, you take me, you give the best ever treatment, you take the hospital, medication, everything. But what I needed is, oh my god, you fell down? Don't worry, I'm there. You don't tell all these words. Rather, why did you fall down? Can't you just have a proper shoes? Change your shoes. From next day on, you must not have this shoes when you walk on this floor. And you do everything in action, or like I couldn't relate to what they say because, of course, I'm extremely lovable. That's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking about the actions for the future. This should not happen. But all they expect is, oh my god, oh, those words. Uh,
Yes.
I I get what you're actually talking about it, and yeah, it's very tough. But I may not call myself very intellectual, but yes, over time I started to acknowledge the emotions, and I asked the last question, how do you find it? Because sometimes in an arena, in a group, I find when few people hurt me, I don't react on that part because during the group dynamics. But later on, I just analyze, why did I feel hurt, and what is it? What went wrong, and what best I should have been done it because it is bothering my head. Should I have been blasted that? No, which is not right. So I do all this analysis. Then finally, come on, wait a minute. It's not about him, it's about me. I failed to stand for myself. Probably you need not burst out, but you could definitely say, I'm not okay with that. You can be just still be firm with a subtle, firm response rather than bursting. So when I had this realization, it is not about others who made you feel bad. It is me who failed to stand for myself. That's an eureka moment for me. I literally felt a lot of stress went out of it.
Actually, when you are using the word analysis, I do it with other people. When somebody reacts emotionally, I try not to put them down. I go with them. I go with the flow. I said, "Oh, okay, okay, it's okay." Even when they cry, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to cry. So if you want, you cry. Then- And probably I am a little. That empathy factor is, it's a bit too much in me.
Got it. Okay.
So and people take advantage of it. I don't want to hurt people because I know how much what hurt can do to you. It can really break a person from inside.
True.
Right? So I don't want to hurt anybody. So sometimes I will think, what a foolish thing to say to this person. But still, no, that person right at that moment needs only that. Let me not add to his injuries. Already that person is hurt. Let me not add to it by saying, okay, why are you making a big issue of it? Don't make a fuss. It's very easy to say that, and that will be the right kind of reaction. But still, but I feel no, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't break somebody further. So I try to go with the person, please that person, and then later on I'll make the person sit with me and then make the person see reason. Why did you react like this? You shouldn't have cried, or you shouldn't have thrown a tantrum like this. You should have spoken properly. Why did you do this? Slowly. That I'll definitely do. Instantly, I don't push that idea across.
Got it. Got it. You just
That won't.
go with the flow. Okay, got it.
That will bounce off.
True. So, just please correct me if I'm wrong. Let me put your, views in a couple of sentences. So, intellectual interpretation of emotions has two aspects. The first aspect is a person who are extremely intellectual, who negate the existence of emotion. Other extremists, people who are extremely emotionally entangled, who negate the existence of intelligence or intellectuality. So, what is the best thing for people who are extremely intellectual, who negate the emotions? How could they come to this the middle ground? Is through acknowledging the very existence of emotion. They are human, and a basic formula is being empathy, not to others, at least with themselves, as a starting step. This helps them to move closer to your to the emotions. Wherein for the emotionally engulfed or entangled people, the best thing they can do is hold on the very essence of calmness and furthered with a simple questioning: why I'm hurt? By just asking couple of why, they are just putting themselves in a reasoning out zone, which helps them to pull towards the center middle ground. So this way, they could handle this IIE, which is intellectual interpretation of emotions. Am I right?
Sure, you're right, absolutely.
Thank you so much. With this, I will take you to the next question, which is also quite relevant. It could also be a sister question. Emotional intelligence on the one side, and intellectuality or intellectualness on the other side. You know, is there a way even to compare these both, or how do you see both together or apart? What is your perspective here?
What I would say is, this is a very important question that has to be posed to the younger generation, especially the professionals who are in the corporate world. Uh, we now talk about artificial intelligence. The
Yeah,
conflict is between human intelligence and artificial intelligence,
yeah,
right? But the thing is, all along, all the conflicts which I so far seen the corporate world, it's because the all the interpersonal issues or communication problem or whatever it is, all the stress, unwanted stress that crops up in the workspace, everything is because people lack this emotional intelligence. They're lacking in that. So, um, see, when you don't acknowledge a person as a person, this is your role. You have to be like this. You have to do this. You have to. See, we forget that you're dealing with a human being.
true.
Especially now when you set targets.
Oh
People
yeah,
say
true.
humanly impossible. Humanly impossible. Which means you're not treating a human being as a human being. Right? How can you do that? A human being has no identity without emotions. Any human being, just an intellectual human being, also will be identified with only the emotions he shows.
Very
So
well
now,
said.
that is your identity. What kind of a person? You do a lot of personality tests. You ask a lot of questions in the interview even before recruiting, to assess the personality. What is personality? It's a bundle of, no, not only your mindset, your capabilities, your life skills, or other soft skills. It is also a combination of how you are able to handle yourself, right? When you say you are handling yourself, you are mainly talking about your emotions. How will you react in the situation? What will you do in this situation? Even for planning or making a decision or being a leader or being a team player, you need to handle not only your emotional side, you also have to handle so many other people's emotions. And you cannot say, well, you need to come to the office bereft of all your emotions. It's not possible. It's not possible, right? So, the stress we talk about in the workspace, it is mainly because people don't acknowledge the emotional part of the human being,
Very nicely said.
right?
Very new. Yeah, very true. Yes.
Because I've seen boss saying, don't give me any reason. The person may have a very valid reason. He might have somebody, a very close relative will be dying someday. and you can't expect that person to sit in the office and complete the work and go, right? Even if he does the work, it won't be okay. You cannot do full justice to it. Why don't you think about that? I want the work done. Don't give me anything. I've seen bosses shouting, yelling. For 1 minute, they don't put themselves in their shoes. It's a problem. And they also would have gone through the same thing. So this happened to me, so I'll ensure that it happens to everybody. My subordinates. My bosses did not treat me well, so I will not treat my subordinates. That is the thing. So when you don't look at a human being as a human being, you can't treat a human being as one. You know, what is the big idea? No, I'm running this corporate house. I'm the CEO. I am this. I am that. You're not a human being. First of all, you're not a human being. All the money you earn, all the comforts you get, you won't even have time to enjoy. Whole time you're sitting somewhere, you're slogging. The whole time you're thinking about harassing other people, getting things done, harassing them, and then where is the time for you to even enjoy? And then what kind of life is that? So, this emotional intelligence is very, very important,
But can you
especially.
tell emotional intelligence in your words in a simple way for commoners to understand? Because it's very technical to people understand. Could you just define it?
Emotional intelligence is how you handle your emotions. That is it. Your ability to handle your emotions, whether you want to express it, even if you have to express what is the mode of expression, how strong or weak it should be, where you have to express. Everything matters. Unless you have emotional intelligence, you will not be able to handle your emotions. And when a person cannot handle his emotions, he cannot survive with other people. The interpersonal relationship will be a big zero. He will not be accepted, or no, you can strike terror, but people may obey you because they know who you are. So and that's not what you want. They don't. So any work done without any real involvement, you think it's going to really work out?
No.
Maybe right now, no, you say I have achieved this, I've done this, I got this done. They won't do it. I got this done, I got that done. But ultimately, to what effect? They're not going to really enjoy anything. And I have seen people now, once they come to their 50s, 60s, they get fed up. I've seen a lot of people retiring early. Why? They say stress, I can't take up this stress. Stress, who is creating the stress? You're part of it. You're part of the system. If there is stress in the atmosphere, you're also a contributor. Right? So, this, in the present day context, it is not enough if a person is skilled or intelligent or knowledgeable. A person should have this emotional quotient, and then they should know how to balance and how to handle themselves, and then they can survive. First of all, survive. That's more important. Any place you need to survive, and then you achieve success. So even to survive, you need that intelligence.
Is there any easy way for a commoner to just pick up and learn emotional intelligence in their day-to-day activity? Do you have any formula or tips, suggestions, or something to start with?
No, normally what I do is during my sessions, I used to tell youngsters when people fight, why do they fight? Why do you fight? Because he said this, I said this. They give me all the stories. And then I say, you get something strong here, you feel something here. And then immediately you open your mouth and let it out. Don't do that. Keep your mouth closed. Let it go to your head. Get processed. Then let it come out of your mouth. Sometimes it will be consumed by your brain. Rubbish, don't say that. Right? So As soon as you want to do, don't be impulsive. That's what I mean. Don't be impulsive. Don't give in to your emotions. Don't react. Don't be reactive. So think, why is this happening? Why do I feel this way? Or is this the right reaction? Should I express it? Is it worth doing it, first of all? Should I cry in front of that person? Or should I shout at that person? Does that person deserve it? Or will it make any impact? What will be the consequences? So think a little. Allow that emotion to go to your. That's the connection between the head and the heart. No?
Got it.
Don't blurt it out. Keep your mouth closed. Don't open your mouth when you feel something strong building up in you. No? Don't ever open your mouth. Be silent. Be very quiet. Quiet. And have you heard about the eye of the storm?
No.
The midpoint, the vortex of a storm. That is the calmest place on the earth. It's a
Ah.
vacuum.
Yes.
Vacuum. Right? And I've heard people who get caught in that vortex, they go breathless because there's no air. So you should be like that. So much is going round and round you, right? You stay right in between all these things, like you're the eye of the storm. Stay right in the middle. Don't react. Be calm. Stay calm. Everything will get blown, and then everything will disappear. And after that, you come out of it. Come out of that stillness. Find out. Think. You're calm. So you'll be able to think clearly. Then decide about things. Then decide your reaction. Then decide what you have to do. The corrective action or whatever. Then do what is right. What feels right.
Wow. So, if I just put in my words, there are two, three steps to practice emotional intelligence in a day-to-day life. The first thing is whenever you feel the surge of heavy emotions, just hold. The first thing is just hold. Don't be impulsive. That's the app word I read. Don't be impulsive. It's just like it's not like vomiting. Surge because we can't just it. We need to have at least this idea to start with. When you find a surge of emotion, hold back because it has to be sent to the processor to even just spit out. It's not, you should not vomit it. If you don't send to processor, then it's like a vomiting kind of it, which is being impulsive, all rubbish words and whatsoever will come into place that has its own consequences. So step one, surge of hard emotions, hold back. And secondly, take your time out personally and just analyze with your way of questioning. There are different way of questioning. One of the way is why this has happened to me, why. If you keep asking it multiple times to start with simple questions, then it gives a logical reasoning, and a reasonably a root cause for that, and address that root cause this way, and you just tell that what exactly. R- and this is what the hard feelings has been sent to your brain, which does that actual processing by questioning. You can make your own questioning. That's a tip. But the basic question is why. With that, you can process something. You have a clarity to know the root. Then you can rather tell. Is this? It's like it's not vomiting, but rather singing kind of it. Going to the processor and come. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Right.
I'm going to follow this. It was
It
so good, so good.
really
Exactly.
works. Normally, people think you don't react. There's no point in telling you, no point in scolding you. They give up. And then,
Yeah, at times, at
but
times
you
no
know what
react.
you're going through.
At times no reaction is also a reaction.
That's a reaction. It's the strongest reaction, I would say.
There are few people who I came across. I knew they are so consumed on themselves. I knew they don't have a room for even listening. Though they listen, they just
Exactly.
hear. They don't consume, get, and they want to answer back with their supremacy. I don't even talk to them. Okay, there's
Yeah.
no room even to just speak. I can do what best I can do. Okay, you wanted those people. Hey, you're so good. Blah blah blah. Price, all about pricing. Okay, I go there, give four compliments, and leave. Like people ask me, hey, why don't you tell him he's wrong? There's no room for talking there, and I don't
Yeah.
want to be exhausted by pitching in there myself and being hurt. What do you think about this thing? Is that the right approach?
That's the right approach. No.
Okay,
Because self-preservation is more important. You have to preserve yourself.
okay,
You don't have to unnecessarily go and get hurt, you know.
yeah.
So if you can avoid something and then be happy by doing that, go ahead. That's the right thing to do, I'd say.
It all goes to the common pursuit of life which you and I have: peace and calmness.
Happiness, happiness, peace and
So
happiness.
that's what we needed, and do what best we can. That's again the clarity of what you want in a life, which is a
Uh,
core belief system. If we have clarity to it, our
yeah,
actions will be in line with that.
that, yes.
Exactly. Very nice, very nice. It's like, I'm in a stream of water along with you. And this takes me to the next question of the day. We spoke about intellectual interpretation of emotions, intellectual versus emotional intelligence, the practical simple steps to adopt that, and the last question in this part one or segment one is, you have this habit of talking to the animals. You also see a strong emotions to animals, so tilted to the animals, because I'm referring to the exact words that you said. Give a minute. Mm, communication with animals is very significant in your life,
Yeah.
and this is also a extreme level of emotional intelligence and emotional factor. Would you like to talk something about that? And what is your giveaway to the society? Because this is a very niche topic. Not people understand easily, they neglect it easily. We'd like to hear from you in this case.
I'll tell you. See, all this started, I'm an animal lover, basically. And even when dogs come barking at me, I'll just stare and then I'll talk to it. Yeah, why are you doing this? I'm not going to hurt you. And see, it is not that they understand you, they understand your tone, they understand your mood. So just if you remain calm and then if you just say, don't do this, I'm not going to hurt you. Let me go. If possible, I'll get you a biscuit. Something like that I'll say, and then that dog will wag its tail and go off. The same dog would chase cars, would chase people, would go and bite. So everybody would say, "No, see, that place is dog infested place. So many street dogs are there. It barks a stranger. How can you just go and come as if nothing is happening? And these dogs are following you." So it all depends on how you look at them. They can sense. They can sense your fear. They can sense your anger. They can sense anything. Right? So it was like that. Then just before the lockdown, a very tiny puppy just crawled into my house. It was hurt. It was separated from its mother, and then there was nobody. And then it was literally bleeding. It was starving. It was hardly 1 month. So I didn't know what to do it with it, and then I took it in, and then I took care of it, and then people said it's going to die because the condition was so pathetic. But she somehow I got her revived, and then I took care of her, and then there was this lockdown, and then just imagine me and that little pup in that house, right?
You could write a
Nobody
book
else.
with you both, I think so. Sorry
There
to
was nobody
interrupt.
else.
Yeah.
Yes, there was nobody else, nobody to talk to, right? then my neighborhood is like, no, it's a very quiet neighborhood, one house here, one house there, and then so the whole time, I was talking to it. She understands every word I speak. She can understand. It's right from the she thinks I'm the mother.
Yeah.
She'll follow me, and then I'll take care of her. I'll feed her. I'll give her a bath because there was nothing else to do. The whole time I was with her, and then she was like, the other me. If I sit, thinking about something, she'll come and then she'll just tap me and then look at my face. Is everything okay? Kind of a look. Then if I say, hey, I'm happy, she'll also keep running and then jumping and all that. She and she can read my tone, she can read my moods, she can read my face. You know, I have to just think maybe she has got some kind of a telepathy. I think I have to slowly catch her and give her the medicine. Immediately she'll run away.
Like
I'll
kids.
try not to think. I'll try not to think. That's right. She's sitting calmly. I have to catch her somehow and then give her her medicines. That's all. Immediately she'll run out of the house. So they can read you. Only thing is you have to keep the channels of communication open. Which we don't. We take dogs for granted. We take cats for granted. All animals for granted. So that was a very interesting. It was an eye opener for me. Oh, even if I think so, dogs also have this telepathy.
Wow. That's an eye opener. Yeah. We knew animals understand when people speak with tonality or vibration, but telepathy
Yes,
is a real new thing.
telepathy. They can understand. That's why when the way you walk when you cross a dog, if you are scared, it will start growling. If you casually walk, it will wag its tail. That also I have seen. So they can read your mind. They can read your. We just take animals for granted. We think they are less. They are very intelligent. Right? There was an abandoned dog, a terrier. Somebody had abandoned it, and then it was so pathetic. It could not compete with the street dog. It was very sick. So again, I took care of it, and then I sent it to the hospital. And then he is very independent. He's got every creature has got its own character. So he is a very independent being, but he wants to be petted more than food. I call him out holding the food. He will not eat. I have to pet him first, and then only he'll start eating. However hungry he is. Extremely, he wouldn't have eaten anywhere. He wouldn't have eaten anything. And then even then, I have to first pet him and then talk to him for some time, and then he'll sit near my feet, and then after some time only he'll go and eat. But now he's right sitting near my gate. If I go out, he'll escort me. One day he got into the bus with me.
Too much of duty conscious.
Yeah, normally he comes up to the bus stop and then he sits there until the bus moves. He'll be there and then he goes off. He comes back. Sometimes I don't know he came. Then there was nobody in the bus. I got into the bus and then maybe he got scared because I was sitting somewhere all alone. He came and sit me. And then the driver and conductor said, "Yeah, I'm going to buy ticket for him." He just started joking. So the point is not really dogs. And there was this bat,
Bat. Okay.
bat.
Hmm.
One particular bat. You take a small broomstick, the one which you can hold like this, no? Then make this sound.
Hmm.
It's like a whip. You
Hmm.
just make. It just comes and then touches your right ear with its wing, and then flies.
Wow.
Ultrasonic sound.
Is it?
They can
Okay.
hear that. They can hear. So when you make that sound with that small broomstick, from somewhere there's a big, huge tree near my house. Lots of colonies are there, different colonies.
Hmm.
There's a colony of bats also.
Hmm.
So from somewhere at night I used to do that, sit in the open terrace and then do that. And then it just comes and then it touches your right ear with its wing as it flies. You go circle, go off. So you have different channels of communication for different creatures.
It's also a peacock you are talking about. You remember? It was asking for food.
Ah,
Peacock.
yes, peacocks. Yes, they come. And then there's one fellow, uh, there's a
Adamant. You are talking.
windowsill. I used to put rice there, he'll eat, and then until he finishes, I should not leave that place. If he doesn't see me, he'll just pick that glass and then make a noise. I'll get scared that he's going to break the glass and then come and feed him. Then he will not allow me to move. If I take one step backward, then he'll make an ugly sound. No, peacocks, they are very beautiful to look at, but the noise they make, you can't bear that. And then in between he'll pause, and then he'll just tap the glass. So from the other side, I have to tap it. If he taps 3 times, I have to tap 3 times. Then one day, what I did was he was eating. Then I just tapped. If I When I made 2 taps, he also stopped and then made 2 taps.
Wow.
Then I increased 3. He also made 3. So I kept on changing the pattern. He also followed that. So they communicate.
So,
So
what is your take on this overall, experience? It's a beautiful experience. So, what was your realization?
all creatures, great and small, they are creatures like us. They have their own life. They have their own world. We don't know. We only understand human life. Even human life, we don't understand.
Yeah.
We understand our world. So that's why when people coolly say we eat non-vegetarian food, they're also living beings. How can you kill? That's the feeling I get. I don't. I'm not critical or anything. That's my sentiment. Uh, One minute they'll be alive and kicking, and next minute they're on your plate. How can you eat that? Maybe I can't eat, they can eat. They don't think those lines, so it's okay with them for them. But no, for me, if in case somebody offers me that, I can see only that animal, not food, right? So that's it. So you need to respect all life, reverence for life. I think Albert Schweitzer he said that reverence for life, whatever form it is, can be a great one, it can be the lowest or the least of the creatures, but you need to respect. I live in a snake infested areas. Very often snakes used to come inside the house. Big, small. No, you won't believe the past 30 years I have not got even one snake killed. I'll ensure that it somehow leaves the house alive. And there was an occasion, there was nobody else. I didn't know what to do. There was a long one. He kept inside through the kitchen window, which I had absentmindedly kept it open. So I didn't know what to do. So there was this, mitten was there. I wore it, and then there was a mop, and then holding the snake, the mop, and then the lifting it with the gloves. I was using the gloves. Then somehow I got him out. Then later on, I asked him, how did I do it?
I was sure. You carried the snake alive.
Oh, yeah, because that time my mind was full of, somehow I have to get him out of the house. If I leave 1 minute, he goes and hides somewhere, I won't be able to find him. So, how did I do it? And he was also very docile, like, he was very compliant. He didn't resist or anything. He allowed me to touch, lift everything, and then maybe he could read my intentions. He understood, he or she, and it understood that I was not going to harm. It's just it was very easy for me to just lift with one hand and then I get him out, right? So they understand you. So we need to have that respect. We need to
Beautifully said.
respect life.
So, it's a reverence and respect for life,
Life, yes.
whatever way is possible, at the best what you can do. And secondly, the very big realization, at least for me, is the communication. Having the channel of communication with fellow living being is very important.
Very important. It's very easy.
It's easy and that's
Very
it, very
easy.
easy and important. And you will discover suddenly you are in a different world, probably their world. And that's also in a way helps in soothing our emotions and healing journey of human
Best
as well.
relaxation. Best relaxation. That's it.
And best relaxation and best healing journey as well. Probably, I mean, you are an author. Probably you could also write a short story about your COVID thing where you had this, communication with your
Yeah,
dog and you.
probably.
That
That's a
be,
good idea.
that would be a beautiful topic for kids at least, and a
Yeah,
different perspective of people. You, as you said, I literally was into the story. It was a COVID. No one was there. It was shut down. All I had is a crawling dog and I. We just kept speaking. The communication you had. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. It's all about communication, open channels of communication, respect, and it's so beautifully said. And you kept stressing on the point they can feel our intentions. That's something a takeaway also for people around. Not to be so scared, just be strong with your intentions, which is good, and things will fall in place. Yeah. And also you said you're not an expert. Also, you told you're not an animal expert. You're just a very commoner like any other regular
my
person.
personal experience, this is what I could understand.
It's just
It's
that,
all from my personal experience. I'm not an expert in this.
all you had is a respect, a open channel of communication, and a good intent. These are three steps for you in handling everything. What you said: dogs, cats, bat, snake, peacock. This were a rivalry to each other, but you're a friend with everybody. So beautiful. Especially the peacock. Tap, tap, tap the tap. You know, I literally, I still have I don't know how your house looks, but I always visualize that scene. Peacock tapping, and you are tapping there. So beautifully said.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shashi. With this, we are ending our section one, and I will take you to the section two.
Transforming minds and enriching lives.